Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. This is where we round up all the big talking points from social media, and we're going to start here with the betting odds for Saturday night's main event. 4 matches, very strange. Thought they'd add another match at least. I thought we would get 5, but I suppose they can do 2 in each hour, give each match time, and I'm sure there'll be some other little moments, maybe some legends in the crowd. I would love to see Demolition. That would be amazing. Demolition signing some legends deals a few months ago. That would be great if we could get Demolition in the crowd. But yeah, 4 matches. The bigger the minus number, the more of a favourite they are. So Gunther minus 900 means he's actually a pretty big favourite against Goldberg. And that might be a little bit of a surprise because there was plenty of people out there thinking that Goldberg could get the win. I actually have got Gunther winning. I think Gunther leaves this show with that belt. I think Seth will tease a cash-in. I don't think he's going to succeed. I think there is a chance that we see Roman. I think Gunther leaves with that belt. So, yeah, I'm with that. Definitely with that. I think Solo beats Jimmy. Minus 5,000 favourite is huge. So, I'm with that. Here, this could go either way, to be honest. I think there's going to be shenanigans. Obviously, we just saw on Smackdown Jelly Roll and Logan, and so we know where we're going for SummerSlam with all of this. They've got Drew at minus 500. Could be Drew, could be Randy. I think it's a bit closer than that, but yeah, Drew, fine. I do think it could be Randy as well, though. I think there will be shenanigans. And then over here, I actually disagree. I think they could give it to LA Knight because Seth doesn't need the win. And there is going to be some outside interference, but maybe someone could come and help LA Knight. Maybe Jay comes out to help LA Knight. Maybe Sammy comes out to help LA Knight. I'm not sure, but there could be some support for LA Knight. I feel like he's going to need it. They've actually got Seth at minus 900 and LA Knight at plus 500. I think it's much, much closer, and I actually think LA Knight has got a real chance here. So that is the one that I find myself disagreeing with the most. So there we go. Those the betting odds for Saturday night's main event. And don't forget, we will be live on this channel for Great American Bash. We're going to do the watch along. After that, we're going to do Saturday night's main event. We're doing the watch along. And on Sunday, we're going to be doing Evolution. Really looking forward to those shows. It's a non-stop action-packed weekend, and I must admit I'm really excited for it. It kind of reminds me a little bit of WrestleMania, where you've got like the whole weekend given over to wrestling. So love that for us, right? I know a lot of people are saying it's like overkill, and I do understand that. Certainly if you're going to try and watch the AEW show as well, but I don't know. I'm excited now that it's all here, to be honest. Talking of Evolution, Trish says that she wishes her match with Tiffany had a bigger build. I agree. She said, do I wish we had had a longer segment? Do I wish we didn't have such a boring segment last week? Sure. I agree. I mean, this has been thrown together. It's really a way of getting Trish onto the cards, giving Tiffany a big name opponent. And yeah, I agree. Very much thrown together. But I kind of find it refreshing that Trish is saying all of this. Certainly that it was a very boring segment last week. I actually thought this week's segment was pretty boring as well. Although there was a good line from Tiffany saying, yeah, you used to be great. I've seen the VHS tapes, which obviously is a lovely little dig to just how long ago it was that Trish was great, going all the way back to VHS tapes. So that was a good line, but there's just not really a story here, is there? I mean, it's kind of respectful. It's a challenge for Tiffany. It's an opportunity for Trish, and that's that really. So there we go. Yeah, this is bonkers. Everyone's saying the same thing. There's the MFT logo. There's the MJF logo. And, I mean, I have no idea how no one in WWE saw that was just very, very similar. Obviously, there's differences. There's no Burberry background for this one. And obviously, the letters are a little different. But, yeah, I mean, it's crazy. You look at that and you think MJF. So, Black Ice said, this is lazy creative. They basically copied the MJF logo. Then they used a name that the Tongans used in Japan. Changed it from MFin Tongans to My Family Tree. Oh my God. Isn't that just the most WWE thing? It's gone from being MFin Tongans to My Family Tree. I mean, we are really far removed from the Attitude Era, aren't we? If you had any doubt, and not that you did, that WWE is a PG program, they've got MFT, and it stands for My Family Tree. I mean, that sounds like a 9-year-old's project that they've got to do for school, doesn't it? Over the weekend, I want you to work on your family tree, okay? And this is what Solo came up with. So, I mean, it's good work, in all fairness. He'll get good grades on that, so there we go. Right, Jelly Roll is planning on working a match at SummerSlam. His partner, Randy Orton, and going to be working against Logan. So, Brady's tears are my tears as well. No one's asked for this. But this is what we're getting. And there was a segment which, I don't know. I mean, I thought they executed it as entertainingly as they could, but it doesn't really change the core problem. And the core problem is, I ain't interested in watching Jelly Roll trying to wrestle, just like I'm not interested in watching Logan Paul trying to wrestle. So I could think of a billion things I would rather be watching at SummerSlam instead of this match. And what a very disappointing way to use Randy Orton in a tag match, in a celebrity tag match. So there's been a big pushback on this. Bully Ray has actually come out and defended it, right? Which I'm quite disappointed about. But we'll have a look at Bully's comments later. This is really interesting. Take a 1990, thank you. So, according to Crypto Maniacs, the top 3 wrestlers that get the most online abuse are Mercedes Moné, Nia Jax, and Charlotte Flair. I think what's really striking to me is the fact that these are women. And I don't know if we've got a bit of a situation here where, I mean, look at this. You've got Tegan Nox at 5, which is crazy. Why would Tegan Nox be in the top 5? But Tegan Nox, Saraya, Mercedes Moné, Nia Jax, Charlotte Flair. That's the top 5. Now, when you go further down, you got Punk, Jericho, right? Young Bucks, Moxley, right? Osprey, Ricochet. So, I mean, there are guys that are in there, but the top 5 are women, and the majority of this top 15 is women as well. So, I don't know, honestly. I really don't know if there is, like, more of a problem when it comes to negative comments towards women wrestlers. This would suggest there is. So, I don't know if you can read it. It's very small. We've got Nikki Bella, Natalia, Ricochet. Then we've got Osprey, Britt Baker, Alexa Bliss, Jon Moxley, Jade Cargill, Young Bucks, Cora Jade, Chris Jericho, CM Punk. Tegan Nox blows my mind. I did not think she would make the top 50 of this kind of a list. I mean, what has she done to generate like that kind of negativity? You never even see her. Saraya, Mercedes Moné, Nia Jax, and Charlotte Flair. So the way they've worked it out is they've looked and analysed 35,000 comments, and they've worked out that 36.4% of those were negative for Charlotte. 35.3 were negative for Nia. Tegan had 28.6% of those comments negative. So that's crazy, isn't it? That just, so it's in percentage here. So they looked at 35,000 comments, and then they worked out from those comments how many are negative. So yeah, crazy. I think Charlotte being at one, that top 3 doesn't actually surprise me. That top 3 doesn't surprise me. Tegan at 5 surprises me. Bucks doesn't surprise me. Jade doesn't surprise me. Ospreay surprises me a little. Don't know what Ospreay's done to deserve such hate. But yeah, I thought that was really interesting. So yeah, thank you, Taker 1990. Thought that was interesting. Right, let's go over to SmackDown, shall we? Yeet. Look at that. And Brady's actually changed it over as his profile picture. Charlotte said, I guess she'll do. So Charlotte kind of channeling a bit of a cowgirl image. And yeah, looks like just having a little bit of fun there with Alexa. A lot of people online saying they're really enjoying this pairing. I would agree. I'm enjoying it as well. The We're Not Friends shirts they were wearing, Alexa was wearing those. I think there's some fun to be had here. Brady said, I'm loving this partnership so much. Champman said, I think it's time to turn Tiffany heel again. If the plan for SummerSlam is Tiffany Jade, then the turn needs to happen at Evolution. Whether she cheats to win or attacks Trish after the match in front of her kids, something big has to go down. Her best work was always as a heel. And to be honest, she just doesn't feel natural as a babyface. I really agree with that. I really agree. I thought that Tiffany's promo had that nice VHS line in it, but really, other than that, like, I just find her coming to the ring saying it's Tiffy time a lot, and that's about it, really. She doesn't really kind of contribute much more than that. So, yeah, if she was to switch over to being a heel, then that would make sense, because at the moment it's kind of face versus face, Jade versus Tiffany. It feels like one of them's got to turn. And with Naomi going after Jade at the moment, I don't think they'll turn Jade. So I actually saw that and thought, yes, I agree. And I also think that they might do it. They might do it. LA Knight doing his impression of Bron Breakker. Should we check this out? I've got a couple of little clips. They're very short.
Do that, he's going to get excited and start doing this.
People love that, you know. That little impression that he does. People love that.
Doing this.
We had Fred Durst in the crowds. Normally, he used to wear a red hat. I mean, that is quite a statement, you know. Obviously, aging a little, as we all do. Not me, but others. And, yeah, I think it was the lack of a red hat that shocked me the most. Could not include this. Look at this. Soul Snatcher! Double Soul Snatcher. I actually think she should have probably just done it on one person rather than two, because I think, like, the two looks good, but I think the one looks better. And I think she should have won with it. So, if you've never seen that before, it's very impressive. But I think it's a little crisper when it's on one person, because obviously she's having to worry about two people here. Yeah, and she's sort of like having to pull them down. I think it looks better when she just does it normally. Shame that that didn't result in the win, to be honest, for her. But they gave the win to, I think it was Alexa, wasn't it? Alexa and Charlotte, I believe, picking up the win. Joe's life just flashed before his eyes. So here was Charlotte. Look at Joe. Whoa! That might have been the best part of the show, to be honest. Roman Reigns SCN said Alexa won the match. That means that her and Charlotte aren't winning at Evolution. Not an exact science these days, but yeah, I don't know that it's a great sign. I think that it's probably right that Roxanne and Raquel are going to retain. Street Profits came out channeling their inner Shawn Michaels. And honestly, not loads of people on my kind of timeline were talking about this. I popped for it. I thought Montez in particular looked fantastic. So there we go. Street Profits putting on a great performance in this match. Here, look, mocking Dexter. Little bit of a mock of Dexter. But obviously it would be the Wyatts that would get the last laugh, and they would secure the victory and become the new tag team champs. I got a separate folder for that. Jimmy pinned Solo in the main event. So again, going by that logic, if he's pinned Solo, does that mean Solo wins at Saturday night's main event? Most people believe it's going to go that way. And of course, we got the moment with Jelly Roll and Logan. You all saw that. This is what Bully Ray said about it. Outside celebrity personalities have been involved with WWE since Mania 1 and Mr. T, and maybe before that. If you're complaining about Jelly Roll, you're ignorant or you just don't get it. This is the problem that I have with Bully Ray, to be honest, is that if his opinion is that this is fine and that celebrities coming in and wrestling is absolutely fine, then that's fine for him to say that, right? And say, I have no problem with it. But I don't understand why it has to kind of go off on the fans. I really don't get this. I know there's people that really like Busted Open and they really like Bully Ray, but this is, to me, where there's a problem. If you're complaining about Jelly Roll, you're ignorant or you just don't get it. I mean, is that just rage baiting? Is he saying it so that you go off on him on the show or something? Or is he just a bit of a douche? I'll be on Busted Open if you want to talk about it. It just comes across like with these tweets like a douche to me. I mean, I don't like it. I don't like Jelly Roll, but I am not ignorant. And I do get it. So what does that mean that he's wrong? Because I'm fully aware of WrestleMania 1. I'm fully aware of Mr. T. I'm fully aware that Muhammad Ali got in the ring and took an airplane spin from Gorilla Monsoon even before this, right? I'm fully aware of the celebrities like Lawrence Taylor and Snooki and, Johnny Knoxville and all the different people that have got involved. But I still don't like Jelly Roll getting involved in a match, because I want to watch the wrestlers. I don't want to watch Jelly Roll doing that. Jelly Roll can be there and can sing a song or could announce the attendance or be a backstage interviewer or guest timekeeper. But why should I be excited or celebrate the fact that he's going to wrestle a match when I have no interest in it? So it's Bully Ray that, to me, it doesn't get it, honestly. There are going to be wrestlers that are going to miss out on performing at SummerSlam, and Jelly Roll is going to take a spot that they could have had. So why would Bully Ray choose to be on the side of the celebrity rather than being on the side of the boys and the girls in the locker room? It just comes back to that, when Corey was told you're just not famous enough. Sorry, you're a great commentator, but you can't be the commentator on Raw because Pat's doing that, because you're not as famous as Pat. This is that, isn't it? Finn Balor, you're a brilliant wrestler, but I don't know if you're going to make the SummerSlam cards because you're just not as famous as Jelly Roll. It's just weird to me that someone like Bully Ray would choose to be on the side of the celebrities rather than on the side of the wrestlers, and then go off on the fans and call the fans ignorant, saying that they don't get it if you don't like it. I just don't get it. I don't get him, and I don't get his comments. But I do understand why WWE are having Jelly Roll do it. They're trying to reach out to casual fans. They're trying to reach out to Jelly Roll's fan base. So I get that part. I just don't get this comment. So I thought that was disappointing, honestly. I thought it was disappointing. This is why I pay Busted Open no interest whatsoever. I don't look at any of their clips. I don't care about what Bully Ray has to say. I just think this is disrespectful. And that ain't the first time that I've seen him kind of with a comment like that. Fade said, Gunther stole Jay's glasses after Smackdown. So there we go. Channeling his inner Yeet Meister. Gunther after Smackdown. Now, I said we would go to the Wyatt's folder, and I'm a man of my words. Joe Gacy said tonight. Black Ice, thank you. Nikki Cross said how nice it was to be welcomed in the dark and still be seen. When you are a part of something you love, protect them, and it at all costs. The books of the six. The book of the six. So there we go. So a little message there from Nikki ahead of Smackdown. Then, of course, Smackdown started, and we got a little interruption, Your Reckoning, and a QR code. Now, the QR code took you to this Wyatt Sicks video that had dropped just moments before Smackdown had begun. So, to be honest with you, it was a little bit disappointing. Kind of thought that it might take us to some content we had not seen, but this had actually already been seen. So, a little disappointing. But, David, shout out to you. Let's watch it. Oh, here we go.
There's a difference between being remembered and not forgotten. The infamy of our transgressions cannot be dismissed. But the pages of history remembers one thing. A champion. Behold, the hour is at hand. We will be crowned with glory for all to witness. The irony of calling yourself prophets, yet you cannot see that gold is the only thing holding you together. The fragmented bonds of brotherhood erodes before our eyes. And the wood has become splintered. And we are the axe that breaks. You will bend the knee and shower my family with praise and admiration as restitution. The work will continue. The message will spread. Your eyes will be open and we will stand victorious. This is only the beginning.
There we go. A little bit long. Longer than I would have liked, to be honest. I don't like playing videos that long because if you're not really into it, that's a bit of a thing to sit through. But yeah, what was really interesting about that is that a lot of the stuff that had been worked out from those cryptic clues, he just mentioned there, the axe that breaks, fracturing and splintering. And so actually what we got was a bit of a heads up of things that were going to appear in this promo. I think what's really interesting is that they drop the clues, you work them out, you get all those kind of phrases, and then a few days later they drop the promo. So if you haven't worked out those clues, if you haven't or you've missed all of that stuff or not had time, here's the message anyway, right? So that you don't miss out. So I wonder if that'll be a way they'll do it going forwards. The other thing as well is that I do struggle with that message about the Street Profits because they went a long time without gold. They've been together a long time. So the idea that gold is the only thing keeping them together, I really struggle with that because I've not seen any evidence that that is true. There's been plenty of occasions where they could have split up and they weren't being successful. And there was plenty of occasions where people were saying Montez should go his own way and they stood together. So the idea that the titles that they've had for, I think it was like 100 and some days, were the only things keeping them together It's pretty crazy. I mean, that's a hard sell. Maybe we're going to tell a story now where there's going to be issues between the Street Profits. So maybe we are going to now start teasing a split and maybe even heading towards a split. But as I'm sat here right now, there's nothing I've seen previous that says to me that what Howdy is saying there is correct or true. And actually, this leads me to something else, which is during the match, Rowan got involved. And actually, I didn't see any cheating from the Street Profits. So that means that there was cheating from the Wyatt Sicks. Rowan got involved and tried to give the Wyatt Sicks the advantage. And actually, it was not long after that that the Wyatt Sicks did secure the victory. So it's one of those where I don't actually know if what I'm being told now is something that I should be believing. I don't know if what he is telling me there is something that I should believe is true. Or am I right to be questioning it? Because I don't know if the Wyatt Sicks are faces or heels anymore. I'm starting to wonder if what they're saying are things that I can actually believe in anymore. Not in a bad way, but just in a way of, I actually don't know if this is a group of faces or heels. I mean, don't forget when they came back, they were going after like Motor City. They were going after Fraxium. We sort of gave them a pass because we said, well, they're just trying to be out for themselves. You know, everyone's going to get it. But now they're saying some stuff that I don't know that I find myself agreeing with. And then they're getting involved in matches and cheating to try and get the advantage so they can win those matches. Like, that's just it. We are so far removed from what this group was doing last year. Like, it does feel like there's been a shift. It does feel like there's been a change. And as a result, I don't know quite what to believe, what to trust, what to think. So, interesting. Yeah, I know we spent quite a bit of time on that, but I think there's quite a bit actually to unpack. And now that they've got those championships, it's going to be very interesting to see what the future holds. Here, Uncle Howdy Dreads found a 4 and an 8 in the video. I don't know that there's anything to that, by the way. I know Anime Fiend Zero said 48 days until Smackdown in France. So, okay. The only thing I would say is I don't know that it's counting that down. I remember in some of the other videos that there were numbers that were found as well. If I'm going to guess that they've actually put some stock footage in just to kind of creepy it up a little bit. We saw that with Nightbird where there was imagery and we couldn't quite figure out what it was. And I think it was then found to just be stock images. It was just footage that they had acquired just to make it seem a little bit creepier. And I think these countdowns or these numbers are probably that as well, because numbers have featured in older videos as well. And to my knowledge, nothing ever came of those. And I don't think anything's going to come of this either. So, yeah, I don't think there's anything to that. But obviously worth keeping an eye on just in case something is going to become of it. Hence why I included it. Riddick tagging me in this said, while people will complain about the heel tactics, Bray Wyatt wouldn't have it any other way. This is what I've been waiting for. Now let's get Uncle Howdy the US title. Solo Jacob doesn't need a title. It's time for the Wyatt Sicks to dominate the scene. I mean, it could be that it's that. It could be that they are just out for themselves. Whether you're heels, whether you're faces, they don't care. They're going to do what's right for them. I don't know what that's going to mean for people supporting the Wyatt Sicks. Are people going to go with that and support them? What if they wrong one of your favorites? You know, what if you're a really big Motor City Machine Guns fan, Fraxium fan, or, you know, like I like Sammy. So if they murk Sammy, like, I don't know, am I going to appreciate them doing that? This is where the tweener thing, if that's what they're doing, this is where it gets a bit messy. So I don't know, honestly. I mean, we're going to have to wait and see how this all plays out. I mean, there's plenty of Wyatt Sicks fans that are just going to ride with the Wyatt Sicks. This is their group. To hell with everything else, right? But not everyone is going to be feeling that way, are they? So It's an interesting choice to go down this road. We're going to have to see if it pays off for them. It's paid off for them here and new. So they've got their hands on the tag titles. But Ivar watching. Ivar very interested in this development. And actually, we haven't seen the War Raiders in a while. So that's kind of interesting in its own right. If we have a look at Evolution, we've got a couple of bits. Here's Bayley, very seemingly inspired by this, whatever this is. I'm thinking maybe AI generated. Some people wondering if this could be inspiration for her ring gear. So just something to keep an eye on. Then we got the graphic for this Battle Royal. So here you can see, I think there's 20 women that are listed, and there's quite a few people thinking that we might not get any more than the women shown in this graphic. So, yeah, could we get, like, some surprises? We could. They could take it to 25 or 30. So, I mean, there's potential for more. But, yeah, 20-person Battle Royal is pretty much standard. And apparently there are 20 people on this graphic. So, don't know if we're going to get anything in the way of surprises for the Battle Royal. Then we had this as well. So it's official. Wade Barrett during Smackdown mentioned that Rhea Io is going to main event Evolution 2. So that is going to be the main event. So that's what's going to close the show. Okay, then we've got fun. We do actually have a few. Look at all this. Jeez. Johnny, shout out to you. This was just weird, actually. I couldn't tell if this woman had maybe posted this just to get some attention. She was like, I need a picture for work. I love my physique, but I don't have many pictures like this. I just don't want him in it. For all the hate, I know there are truly nice people on this page. So she was asking if they could delete this person, but that person is Randy Orton. So she's saying she really likes how she looks here and she wants that to be her picture she sends in to work, whatever. Can someone just get rid of Randy for her? I don't know if that's her kind of flexing, showing that she was maybe friends with or maybe even at some point in a relationship with Randy. I'm not sure. But, yeah, I don't know the backstory of this. It was just a little weird. Just a bit weird. It struck me as a flex. It struck me as like, oh, can someone get rid of this person, please? Because I don't want them. And, like, just you don't mention it's Randy Orton, you know? So, yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Bit strange. Talking of strange, Al Snow said yes. There are many people who have merch with their likeness. 8x10s, action figures, video game characters, championship belts. But not many can claim they've got an adult toy made in their image. Please allow me to introduce the Aldo. My mother would be so proud. Oh my God, that is just the best, isn't it? And I would like to announce that I am going to launch a line of Wrestling Days adult toys as well. This is going to be so exciting for this community. So a lot of people have been asking for Wrestling Days merch for so long. And so, yeah, this does feel... I'm feeling inspired. I'm actually feeling inspired. The only thing I would say is that I am English, so if you do actually use it, it will apologise. I'm very sorry. Sorry about that, yeah, whenever you're using it. But I just think that'll be a fun quirk. So there we go, yeah, on the way. Keep your eyes peeled for that. So Al Snow, amazing. Hieronymus Drake said, who else could be in this range? Maybe J.D. McDonough. Pfft, mate. No, that'd be like the woman giving birth backwards. No, you can't do that to them. Drew McIntyre has got some advice. He said, in today's day and age, it's lucky that I'm as good as I am, or I might get lost in the shuffle. I suggest a lot of talent backstage, when they're asking for advice, change your last name to Fatu or something. You might get more opportunities. Mate, so good. So good. Right? And look at Naomi. Naomi said, that's why I changed my last name to Fatu. That's a great line. That is a great line. Right, here, this person says, this man is a hater, but I still took a picture with him. I guess All Ego is a decent wrestler, right? And Ethan Page said, I forgot to compliment you on your bootleg Trick Williams shirt. I'm happy that he won't get any royalties for that. That's great, isn't it? So that, not an official Trick Williams shirt. Don't know where she's got it from. And Ethan's like, I just want to congratulate you on buying that shirt so that he won't get any of the royalties. Amazing. Look at this as well. This is now being used as a bit of a meme. So here, look, Adam Goldberg. All right, guys, we need more hype moments, aura, cinema. What we got. What we got. Yeah, this is them in the creative room trying to figure out how are we going to get more hype moments? How are we going to get more aura? How are we going to get more cinema? This was what he replied to. That's the comment that he replied to. Jelly roll. We'll get jelly roll. We'll get Bully Ray's best friend jelly roll on. There we go. That'll do it. I mean, look, the segment itself was as entertaining as it could be, but honestly, all I've seen for the past few days is people just really going off on this and how much they really don't like it, apart from Bully Ray. Right, we got a new Candice LeRae shirt, her first shirt in almost 3 years, so Wrestle Night, thank you. It's okay. I don't love it. I much prefer that Tatum Paxley one. But it's okay. I think part of the problem is, I just don't recognize that as her logo. So it just doesn't even really feel like a Candice LeRae shirt. But, well, it is. And it's here. So that's good. Right, Callie Armstrong is with Natalia. Let's check this out.
Okay, so I know you want to do TikTok. So I got one for it. Okay, so come over there. What you're going to do is you're going to get in the screen and you're going to clap. So it's basically going to be a transition from before the match and after the match. So go.
We got spirit, yes we do. We got spirit, how about you? What?
I mean, I don't quite get it. It must be a bit of a trend that someone claps and then it just cuts over to this clip.
We got spirit, yes we do. We got spirit, how about you?
There we go. So there we go. There's a TikTok I thought we would never see. Right, this is a bit weird. It's a little bit sponsored as well, but seems like it could be a bit fun.
We've known each other a very long time, Cody Rhodes. So I feel like I can be frank and tell you that I really love your style. Very classy.
Okay, the way you're saying it makes it sound like it's a bad thing.
What's wrong with a little bit of bad in your life? Am I right?
Right.
Which is why I teamed up with Fireball Whiskey over the summer, the official shot of bad guys. And you're gonna be my official target over the summer, just so you know.
Over the summer, what are you saying? You're gonna try to prank me?
I wouldn't say so much as try to prank you, Cody. I'm committed. As a matter of fact, that reminds me, I got something for you. Hold there 1 second.
Hey,
Okay.
Cody, could
Hey.
you sign this for me, please?
Of course. Oh, I got it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah!
Was that meant for me?
Not everything's about you, Cody. No, just... We'll get him next time.
So there we go. I mean, I'm guessing there's going to be a series of those. It really reminds me of, do you remember when Tommaso Ciampa was absolutely hell-bent on, I think, hitting an RKO on Randy? And actually, we were seeing DIY do loads of weekly backstage things. They just disappeared, didn't they? It reminds me a little bit of that, but I'm sure this will be a series, so we'll have to keep our eyes peeled on that. And we've got the first Hervis shirt, the first ever secret Hervis shirt now available. So you can actually get, I think they'll sell quite well. So Larry, shout out to you. Secret Hervis shirts. Right, what else have we got? We got other. So Blake Monroe says that Nikki Bella is her dream opponent. Yeah, just a real motivational video here from Austin Theory. So wrestling's biggest fan, thank you. I thought we would check this out. It's good stuff.
What if you let go? Seriously, guys. What if you let go of that fear of not being good enough? If you let go of that fear of not being strong enough for the job, or you're not quick enough for that sport you like, or feeling like you can't learn that particular set of skills in a certain amount of time to get the job. What if you let that fear go? Or you're worried about what somebody thinks, and I don't want to do that because he's going to think this, or they're going to see it, and I'm embarrassed. What if you let all that go? Because yesterday's dead time. It's old. Nothing can change from that. And when we look at the future, that's where I think about these let goes. It's crazy. We have all these crazy reasons and assumptions on why we can't do something, and we think about the future, and the time doesn't even exist yet. But what does exist? Right now. Right now. So I challenge you to let go today. I challenge you to believe in yourself, to know that you are enough, that you're strong enough, that you're fast enough, that not one opinion matters except yours. You got a purpose, get rid of those opinions. Let's go, all day.
I wonder if that's going to be a bit of a new gimmick for him. We keep seeing Grayson with the New Day, but we don't really see Austin Theory around. So, really interesting. Brian Danielson said that WWE recently contacted him and said, can he stop doing the yes chants? So, there we go. And James, shout out to you. So, Dana White says that when the UFC Octagon goes to the White House in 2026, they're going to put on the baddest card of all time. The reason why I wanted to show you this is because it's happening. They are going to do a UFC event at the White House. Obviously, Donald Trump, a big fan of UFC, goes to the shows, and he's got the ability to bring the show to him. So apparently this is legit going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. So crazy. Absolutely crazy. But this is TKO. So, you know, if they can get a UFC ring there, could they maybe get a WWE ring there at some point in the future as well? And then this is just weird. Jeff, shout out to you. I'm working on a big surprise for you, says Naomi. I mean, I don't know if that's maybe gone a bit too far, but there we go. I was looking at that. I was like, I can't put that in fun. So I put it in other. But that was another message that Naomi posted earlier today. Not much left. We've got ChatGPT. Some of you might have missed this, so I thought that, not that we would look at it again, because there has been developments, but Mosey went to ChatGPT, and actually ChatGPT came back with this about this channel. One of the top 5 wrestling streamers of all time, that's ever, in the history of, like, ever. I mean, I don't know if that says I'm number 1, but it's just got me at number 1 for now. The Fans Fan. Big breakdown, like we looked at you might have missed it. You can check it in yesterday's, right? But there is a little bit more. J Omega, 5 facts, are these accurate? And I thought, okay, this will be good. Let's have a look and see if these 5 facts are accurate. So, born May 2004 in England, birthday 12th of May 2004, making him just 21 years old. That's actually a fact. Honestly, that is true. I was born on the 12th of May. Checks out. That is true. So there we go. Tick. Channel started January 2016. Correct. And the first video was Royal Rumble 2016. My top 3 picks. Correct. That is correct. That is the very first video I ever did on the channel. And it is still there now. Got around 10,000 subscribers. That is correct. I think it's 311 now. I don't want to nitpick, but you know. 138 million views. I have no idea. I think so. I think it's around that, but I'm not sure. 6,670 videos. Yes, it was about 6,500 last time I'd looked. So, famous for Wheel of Fun live streams. That's old. That's actually from like 2019. We used to do like Wheels of Fun, but they changed the rules on YouTube, and so that's why that went away. But we did used to do that during live streams. Regular toy hunts? I mean, maybe once every 6 months. Frequently posts figure and toy hunt videos highlighting WWE. More recently, Fortnite. No, not true. That was true. We did do a couple of Fortnite videos, but long time ago. Reviewing the Mattel figure line. So I would say, yeah, massive part of the channel. Huge part of the channel, but not so much anymore. So there we go. I mean, largely all checks out, to be honest. So I think what we've learned there is that ChatGPT is 100% accurate, which really just cements that even more in my mind. And I'm sure in your minds as well. Mosey said, this is pretty interesting. So let's look at this. This is more ChatGPT stuff. A respected, underrated voice in wrestling YouTube. I mean, these aren't my words. Redditors, and we all know how great they are, right? Recommended the content for balanced, positive coverage. Here's some examples. A very underrated YouTuber, Wrestling Days. He's hilarious and does, I mean, that doesn't check out, but does watch-longs for everything you can imagine. Works his ass off. Brilliant. Give him a watch. These are like, there must be negative, right? There must be negative. Depends on what you want. To be honest, when I read that, I was like, oh, that's not a great start, is it? Wrestling Days, well, it really depends what you want. If you want someone waffling away, ranting, and getting distracted, going off topic every 5 seconds, then maybe that's your guy, right? If you want a friendly guy with a mass amount of positivity, Wrestling Day, these are like the most positive Redditors in the world. I have no doubt whatsoever that there are negative comments that can be found, but we're not going to look for them. So there we go. And I ain't interested in them. I'll take the positive ones. I'll take the positive ones and say thank you very much. So, yeah, people tagging me in on a few ChatGPT thoughts. But we got some community bits as well. Like this from Raymond, who got a like from Chelsea Green. Very good. Wendy Lucho said, the guy in the front row with the sheep mask. That's me from 11 years ago. I followed the buzzards till the very end. I learned so much from being in Bray's presence. I am educated. So there we go. That is Wendy Lucho in the crowds. Very good. Kevin has got a new shirt ready for the weekend. He's going to be all iguana'd up. So, Kevin, shout out to you. And Wendy Lucho said, I just got the Mount Rushmore of Chrome cards. Hollywood Hogan. The value of this card is ridiculous, says Wendy Lucho. So, Wendy Lucho getting a numbered 16 out of 25 Hollywood Hulk Hogan cards. So very nice. I don't think I've got a Hollywood Hogan card, you know. So very nice. So the community doing very, very well for themselves. Look at us all. We're all doing so well. So done that. We've 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 done that. We just got to say some thanks and get out of here. So Shakeem, thank you for that. Robin, appreciate it. Larry, Edwards, Daboomer65, CM Chunk, Jimmy, Huddle Talk, Shaq Diesel, Little Bit of a Fan, Wild Child Billy, MLW Flash, Raymond, Sweet Chin Wrestling, Armando, Big Bam, Chris, Babs the Barbarian, Steve, Claire, Fly Music, Football 24085123, The Fans Fan. Enigma, shout out to you. And the Smith Saints, shout out to you as well. Big thank you to everyone that continues to support and enjoy this video series. I obviously will try and intend on having one for you after everything that goes down later with the two big shows. So should be lots of bits in that. Should be a pretty stacked episode. But yeah, come and join us. Say hello. We'll be live for quite a few shows this weekend. Lots of wrestling talk, lots of things going down. Should be a lot of fun. So thanks for watching. Appreciate it as always. See you again next time. Bye for now.